I welcome all of you for this Shiva Tattva and Vidya Tattva session. Let's invoke Mahadeva's presence, Mahasadashiva's presence. Let him bless all of us and allow us to understand him in us, us in him. Things I'm going to talk are too strong. Till now, whatever you heard. If it is 1 unit confusing, this will be 1,000 unit. Not actually confusing, I should say that too strong understanding and you seeing me is very important. Lot of Sami Onnada moment will be happening, so you seeing me is very important. See, one thing, all of you understand. I'm initiating you into deep understandings and powers. It will all click when you start living more and more. It will be like a digestion. Every day you take bath, while you are under shower, suddenly something will click. While you are going for two, something will click. While you are brushing your teeth, something will click. How many of you are constantly seeing nowadays, whole day, something is clicking. Because I am injecting you guys with intense energy. See, it needs certain kind of a muhurta to be developed. Muhurta means where you and me are in a friendly meeting space where things can be told as it is, where the deeper understanding can happen, where Amrita Kala can be transmitted. See, I have spoken only about 5 dimensions. Length, breadth, depth, time, space. I have not spoken on all the 11. Now I am going to speak on all the 11. Understand, all the length, breadth, depth, these are all different dimensions, different planes. Space in you and the space outside you where you are living and the whole space is actually one and the same. Your self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial makes you feel they are separate and you are separate. Fortunately, your self-hatred is not more powerful than my ability to initiate you. That's the good news. See, fundamentally, Mahadeva, when he describes this Vidyapada and Shiva Tattva, Vidya Tattva and Shiva Tattva, the whole chapter is called Vidyapada, Mrigendragama. It is actually 4th part of Kamikagama, but this chapter is so independently intelligent, Mahadeva has given a separate title for this as Mrigendragama. How many of you are able to cognize, even roughly, that space is one and the same? Chidakasha. Chidakasha is the space where you are living. Daharakasha, Chidakasha and Mahakasha. I want all of you to know, if you have teleported 21 times consistently, the Akasha element has fallen in love with you and it is in tune with you. You are in oneness with Akasha and you don't have death. When you leave the body, you will not lose memory. The moment Akasha element, you have oneness with Akasha element, no more death fear. I am going to introduce Mahasadashiva, all his aspects and dimensions. Even if you don't intellectually catch it, it's okay. Just sit. At least let your intellect knows he is beyond your intellect. Even that is also in a way catching it. Knowing that you can't know it also is in a way knowing it. So you can see Mahasadashiva's, the way he describes himself in Agama with Adi Shakti. You can see him with 25 heads. I should say, head without third eye is head. The moment third eye is awakened, it is no more head, it's identity. Head becomes identity when third eye is awakened. Till your third eye is awakened, even if your head is cut, no use. Nothing is lost. Because nothing worthy is there in the head. Once the third eye awakens only, you become an identity. So, because your existence is needed. Your existence is needed for you, for society, for humanity, for the universe. Till third eye is awakened, your existence is nothing more than these animals in the slaughterhouse. People look at that only as a next day meal. It's not looked as an animal. Of course, that is not right. That is the next. So you can see him having 25 heads. First layer 9, second layer 7, third layer 5, fourth layer 3, last layer 1. Listen, actually this 25 is not number 25. It is just countless. Any identity is part of Mahasadashiva. Then it is zillion or zillions and zillions. It's countless. I'll explain, then you will understand. Please see this. Below the 9 heads, they represent unit dimensions of the cosmos, like a length, breadth, depth, time, space, the unit dimension. The other 4, don't worry about it now, I'll explain later. Let me give you understanding step by step so you understand it is your own head. Listen. The lowest rung, that lowest line, represents length, breadth, depth. Why I want you to understand, by understanding it you will understand you also have all this in you. Some of your heads are not awakened, that's all. You also have all this. Most of you are awakened only with the first head, that's why only one head length, that's all. That's all you know. In this length and in this length. For all greed, for all fear, over. You know only length. Listen, first unit, length, all of you understand. Your logic. Breadth, your visualization or emotion. heart. Understand, as long as there is only length and breadth, only these two exist. But when the length and breadth gets matured to depth, not only depth is born, in depth there are many other things born. Listen, when there is a water and land, these two are separate two units. When the water and land gets mixed, not only the fertile land is born, in the fertile land multiple things are born. How many of you are catching it? That multiple things in depth, when the length and breadth operates, the first thing starts is Shabda. Shabda. In depth, length and breadth crisscrossing. Your visualization and your logic crisscrossing. In depth manifests Shabda. Like one man, one woman becoming husband and wife and living in a home creates Shabda. Man is length, woman is breadth, house is depth. It is not just length, breadth, depth. Now the side effect starts. So that is why from the head of the depth, the multi-dimension starts. The next second layer is not called second layer, multi-dimension. Listen, because in that Shabda head, it is not one head, it is inclusion of length, breadth, depth together. So how many heads? So 4 put together is represented by one identity. Length, breadth, depth, all these are unit dimension. It is called Tattva. Unit. Listen carefully. Just now you all understood the Shabda head. This head. All of you are able to see the Shabda head. That is 4 in 1. Am I right? Which is not. Listen carefully. To give you the first initial understanding, I told that is 4 in 1. Now listen. Length is 1, breadth is length, breadth plus breadth 2. Then depth is length 1, breadth 2, depth 3. So how many? When the depth is 6, how can Shabda be just 7? How many of you are understanding? Listen. So now, 1 length, 2 breadth, 3 depth put together goes into multi-dimension. So it is not 4. It's how many? Let's calculate. Length 1, breadth 2. So how many it becomes now? Plus 3 of the depth. So then 6 plus the 1 Shabda, the which is outcome of the 6. So how many? Shabda is not 1. Shabda is how many? 7. Listen. 7 plus this 3 plus this 2 plus this 1. How many of you are getting? So what is the Shabda number? When you look, 13. When you look superficially, how it looked? No, first 4. 1 layer depth. When you look, how it looked? 7. 1 more layer depth. When you looked only where it is coming. So the Shabda head is not 7. You see how it describes, when you look in the front, 9 faces appear. When you look in the side, again 9 faces appear. When you look in the back, 9 appears. When you look this side, 9 appears. Then It is round pyramid structure. 9, any side if you see 9, it does not mean one layer has only 9. Understand? Come with me. In this calculation, I am teaching you depth. How universe multiplies. How life is multiplying. Shabda. Tell me now. Length is 1. Length 1. Breadth 2. Depth 3. So in depth, how many heads are there? So now this gets into Shabda, where Shabda, when it is, see, till your child is born, he is part of both of you. The moment he is born, he is one independent entity. The moment Shabda is born, he is independent entity having who all? Length 1, breadth 2, depth 3 as part of him. Because he has become independent, he himself has one more length, one more breadth, one more depth. Everyone is catching? So it is not plus, it is multi. Universe is multi-dimensional, not universe. The word is itself is too small. Multiverse is the right word. Now, when time is added to the length, breadth, depth, the next dimension, next unit is time. But understanding this in your cognition is very important. Time, when it is added, time is not fourth head, forehead together, which is not 4, which is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Because time is born now, it is 4. Now, when the time and Shabda gathers, forms Nada. Nada means defined sound. If the time, with the time when it forms rhythmically, it is called Nada. Shabda is wild sound. Nada is language. You understand the difference? Shabda is wild sound. Nada is language. Shabda is wild river. Nada is embanked canal. Nada kala is pure drinking water. I'll explain about that next. It is in Nada kala your will is created. Understand, your will does not belong to a language. Sometimes even what you don't describe will become reality because it belongs to intelligence. See, when you create a will to manifest power, your wordings will never be adequate. How many of you understood that? The word you generate for manifesting powers, your will, the words you generate will never be adequate instruction. It will be like a legal document only. Unsaid, unforesaid, foreseen, unforeseen. A person who can bring integrity to his thought current only can experience Nada kala. Means while you are thinking, completion. Listen carefully. Listen. While you are making a will to manifest power, if you are not comfortable and complete enough about the instruction you generated, and you are feeling very unstable, little incomplete, I don't know whether I did it right and am I completely creating the, all this, how many of you are having? That is what is non-integrity with yourself. That is why insistence on integrity. You understand, integrity is not morality. It is a spiritual power. Ability to make a clear will. Hey, this is it. Leadership, integrity is one and the same. Chastity and integrity is one and the same. Listen now. I am not asking you to practice integrity as a morality. I am asking you to practice integrity to define your nada to nada kala. Means subtle purification in your thinking. Subtle purification in your thinking makes your whole body ecstatic. Listen, there is a beautiful story. Somebody goes to this great Swami Brahmananda, who is literally considered to be son of Sri Ramakrishna. In Ramakrishna mission, Swami Brahmananda has a higher place than Vivekananda. If you are an insider, you will understand. Brahmananda is considered to be the spiritual son of Ramakrishna. This Brahmananda Swami, somebody goes to him and asks, I want sannyas. I want to be brahmachari and sannyasi. He was actually sitting and peeling that potato, Bengalis, potato and sugar. Even if they want to commit suicide, they will add that in the poison and drink. Bengalis, even if they want to commit suicide, they will add potato and sugar in that poison and drink. Only then they will commit suicide. If there is any Bengali, don't feel offended. So he was peeling the potato. Mach mishti tamak, that is their life. He gave that potato to that boy, young man, and asked him peel. That guy was shocked. I came for sannyas and he is giving me the potato and asking me to peel. He peeled one potato and the Brahmananda Swami took the potato and said, you will not be a sannyasi, get lost. I won't admit you in the monastery. No admission, rejected, get lost. He says this only. The subtle clarity in thinking. A level of integrity is required for chastity. Sometimes my administrators who work around me, I'll tell them, the person would have done a mistake in accounts department. I'll say, hey, she is not chaste. He is not a brahmachari. There is a hole in the pot. He cannot be sannyasi. They will think, how can I make such a big observation for some 30 rupee, 40 rupee accounts missing? It is not what has happened. It is from where it has happened. The Nada Kala. Understand, this whole detoxification is to raise your Shabda to Nada, Nada to Nada Kala. To bring you more and more integrated to your thinking. That's all, nothing else. What you want, if you can tell yourself, you can get it because you are Mahadeva. Understand? Length 1, breadth 3. How many of you are understanding? It's not 2. It is 1 plus 1 plus this one, 3. Depth 1 plus 3 plus what? 3. 1 plus 3 plus 3, 7. Because the moment depth is born, that is 3. The moment child is born, you can't keep him as you want. Because he is born out of you does not mean he will be under you. You always have this stupid thing, equating him also as equivalent to you. No, he is both of you put together and his own craziness. You never value his craziness. Understand? That is why you are shocked when you see his craziness. So now, what about time? You yourself calculate. 1 plus 3 plus 7. So what is the number? 11 plus 11. Because the moment time is born, it has all the identities of this 11 into it. Not even 11, 12. Because time is its own independent identity. How many of you are catching? What is space now? No, actually you will have to visualize clearly. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 and count. By the time coffee has come to mind, no, come back. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I am not confusing. I am making you guys understand the futility of your mathematical length. I am just making you guys move to the next level. How many of you are catching what I am saying? It is not pyramid structure, it is living identity structure. See, again it is gone. Tell me now, you are in the time zone. What all you can experience? The very depth of the time. Lengths, all the things. Breadths, length and breadths. Depths, length and breadths and depths. Lengths, breadths, depths and time in time. Listen, I am not confusing you, listen. Length of the length and length of the breadth both exist in time. Length of the length and length of the breadth and length of the depth exists in time. How many of you are catching? Because now time is born, the length of the time. How many of you are understanding? You may think, why should I know all this? Because, listen, even all this being informed to your depth, you will play with the powers very properly, and you will know if at all you are stuck somewhere where you are stuck, and you can just clear it. Understand, knowledge is power. Brahmavit Brahmaiva Bhavati. Understanding Brahman, knowing Brahman, you become Brahman. Mahadeva says in one verse, if you just know what gender you belong to, you will simply become brahmachari or highest virile person. Highest virya and brahmacharya, both need not be practiced. You just need to know which gender you are, that's all. All failure in brahmacharya or in celibacy is not knowing your gender, he says. Just you know your gender, you are brahmachari or the most virya person, powerful person. Any confusion, complexity, contradiction created due to sexual attitudes, attributes is just ignorance of which gender you belong to, that's all. Same way he says, any confusion with cosmos is nothing but ignorance, that's all, nothing else. If Mahadeva's 11 gender understanding is revealed to the world, whole so-called sexology and psychology will become irrelevant. That is separate subject. Let's come back here. In time, what all exists? Length's length, breadth's length, depth's length, time's length. Breadth's breadth, depth's breadth, time's breadth, and depth's depth and time's depth. And time, because it is born now. If you both have not produced a children, that is okay. A child, that's okay. But once it is produced, it's an independent entity. Number 3, understand, multiple things coordinating its existence in tune with the existence of everything is universe. The being which makes everything independently intelligent but continues to make them all operate as independent intelligence is Mahadeva. I'll repeat. Length is an independent intelligent. Breadth is an independent intelligent. Depth is independent intelligent. Time is independent intelligent, Kala. But there is somebody who keeps all this as independent intelligent and moves them without interfering in the independent intelligence, coordinating beautifully without controlling, leading without bossing. By the innate intelligence, they all coordinate and exist and be part of that ultimate independent intelligence. That being is Mahadeva. Understand? This is the unique truth revealed in Hindu scriptures. Neither personality nor just automated intelligence, automated independent intelligence, inseparable, existing solid personal appearance. No, you have to catch it. No other way. I will sit, I will make you sit, but you will have to catch it. Space, if you talk to space, it responds to you directly. That does not mean there is nobody higher than space. There is somebody leading, but not bossing. Who responds is innate part of the space and above space. Is embodied and above. Mahadeva is Kala Bhairava and above. Kala is Kala Bhairava, time. Mahadeva is Kala Bhairava and above. How many of you are getting it? What all is there in the space shall we see? Length's length, breadth's length, depth's length, time's length and space's length. Am I right? Then breadth's breadth, depth's breadth, time's breadth and space's breadth. Am I right? Depth's depth, time's depth and space's depth. Am I right? Now, what will be the number for space? Now, what about the space of the number of time? Time's number and components number. Sorry, the space's number and the components number. Because space is now independent entity. It has its own leaves allotted and its totality. Like your son sits for a dinner. He gets his plate and your wife's plate. because he represents both of you. And he is also independent, so he gets his third plate. How many of you are understanding? That is precisely the way the multiple intelligences are operating in you. Now, how many of you understand this God is one is the most stupid, silly conversation human being can ever have? It is more silly than any politician's speech. Politicians declaring they will bring peace. Hey. Understand? Not being afraid of multiple intelligence existence, consciously knowing that there is a coordination, it is not chaos, it is order in the whole chaos, brings tremendous restful awareness in you. There's an order. One of the biggest problem all of you have is, when I make a will to have a health, I am doing it, it's manifesting. When I make a will to manifest even third eye reading, I am manifesting. When I make a will to manifest wealth, why I am not doing it? How many of you have this conflict? In some zone my will is manifesting, in some zone my will is not manifesting. Understand? The moment your will is manifesting in one zone, the order has started happening in you. Now it is only the question of healing happening in all the regions where you have committed the damages. If you can heal your headache, I guarantee you can raise your bank balance. If you can raise your bank balance, I guarantee you can just teleport anything from anywhere. You don't need to do shoplifting. No more need for any shoplifting. And nothing will be lifted from shop. It will be sourced from the air. So don't worry. See, if you resist even to understand these numbers, that is what is fear of chaos. You think everything is chaos, anything I can't understand is chaos. Fear of unmanifest, avyakta. When I said Shabda is 4, everyone was very happy. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I said, no, it is not 4. Now, fundamentally, I want you to know, breath is length, breadth put together and its own independent existence. Understand? See, length, breadth. Is this going in this direction, in this direction, in this direction, in this direction? Fundamentally, what I am trying to convey, ability to increase the frequency of your existence, ability to be present without getting overwhelmed. Confusion is okay, overwhelming is okay, that is also part of one of your head, which is unmanifest. Your own head of logic is trying to grasp your unmanifest dimension. There exists confusion, which is not something away from you, as Mahasadashiva, both exists in you. This length which is trying to understand, and the depth which is non-understandable, and the confusion generated which is avyakta, unmanifest, during this whole process. How many are understanding? Getting comfortable with your inner space, knowing it is too large to be judged by you. Even though he is sitting with Adi Shakti, he is the ultimate brahmachari, sannyasi. Even though he gave this whole agama, he is in eternal silence, mauna. Listen carefully. Can you guys understand this? Put the number for space. Then put the number for Shabda. Then put the number for Nada. And put the number for Nada Kala. And put the number for Bindu. And put the number for Bindu Kala. And put the number for Amrita Kala. See, multi-dimension, multiple dimension, and Shakti dimension. The multi-unit becomes multi becomes multiple becomes so vibrant. It is no more a matter. It is just energy. In Amrita Kala, it is just infinity. How many of you are already feeling headache? Good. Few minutes. Shall we put the number? Come on, let me play with your length. Now, after you put the number, I will reveal the fundamental secrets Mahadeva is telling. Every one of you try, because you see, trying makes you engaging. Understand, whether you are able to understand or grasp, it's okay. Engage with those words, engage with those understandings. Shall I just give you the fundamental unit explanation? You see, Shabda is sound, wild sound, Nada is organized language, Nada Kala is poetic music, rhythmic music. When the space is added, when the time is added to sound, it becomes language. When the space is added to the sound, it becomes music or vibrant, alive, living manifestation. All the will is generated in Nada Kala and becomes reality. Then Bindu. Bindu means whatever you are seeing as reality in the front is Bindu. Why? What is the energy that keeps this pillar in the shape of pillar is Bindu. Bindu Kala is purity of this, like a source of life, source of visualizations. Nada is verbalization, Bindu is visualization, source of visualization, the cosmic visualization. Amrita Kala is just eternal existence, which exists forever and ever. Just existence, pure, undying existence. In all its beautiful, glorified form. Let's see how many of you are going to use what all formulas to. This is called Shiva Vidya. Mahadeva describes this as Shiva Vidya Tattva. Okay? If you understand this only, you will become Shiva Vidya. How many of you finished? How many of you are still doing? How many of you understood it's not possible? And how many of you understood it's not possible and not doing? No question of not doing. Now listen to one line. How many of you think Shabda is totality of length, breadth, depth? From that Shabda appears. Listen. Yes. It appears from length, breadth, depth, no doubt. So you will put the totality of length, breadth, depth to Shabda. But it cannot exist without space. That is why multi-dimension. Anything in multi-dimension may be generated from some of the unit dimension, but it cannot exist without all the unit dimensions cooperation. How many of you are getting? So all the unit dimensions have to be present in even the first of multi-dimension. Understand? I am teaching you the Tattva, unit of the cosmos. Can sound, Shabda, exist without space? In length, breadth, depth, it will be generated. But it will die the moment it is generated. Only if the space, it can hold it and keep it alive. Without space, can the sound be kept alive? Then without space, the word I utter here, sound I utter here, it will die here. It will never reach your ears. It reaches your ears because there is a space. How many of you are understanding? So, multi-dimension means all the unit dimensions have to be present there. Multiple dimensions means all the unit dimension and multi-dimensions have to be present there. Now calculate. You are contemplating on Mahadeva and his glory. Understand? Only when your logic understands, it cannot capture. It allows the breath, emotion to open up, devotion to open up. When your devotion also understands, I cannot capture it. Your depth opens up. Your depth says, where am I to grasp him? Then your time opens up. Your time, when it goes crazy, the space opens up. The space only creates oneness. Listen, engaging with infinity is not to measure it but to get disappeared, dissolved into it. So till you dissolve into it, you have to engage with it. You cannot say, oh, it is infinity, so I am sleeping. No. That is not. You have to calculate now. You have to engage with infinity. Oh, it is infinity, I came to conclusion I am sleeping is Vedanta. No. In Agama, you engage with infinity. Each of you, the numbers you arrive, that many number of powers you are going to manifest. Then decide. Engaging with Mahadeva. He is proposing, will you become me? Understand, engaging with Mahadeva, engaging with infinity. Few minutes, understand. How many of you are engaging with the infinity? Let's gather for next session. Thank you. Be blissful.